All right, let's see what's kind of going on. So we got a retracement and back into here. Yeah, this probably would have been a good spot to enter a quick short. I mean, I could still probably try, but market's moving a little bit, I guess, quicker than I was prepared. Let's see. I'm tempted to enter, but we're at a supply zone right now. I am tempted to go short, to be honest. Yeah, I think I might go short here. Stop above the highs.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Yeah. This could be a decent play. Let's see. Actually, I might close. I don't like how it's kind of rejecting up. Yeah. I'm gonna close.
Order filled.
Yeah, I think I just got in at the wrong spot. But look there. It wants to go now. I might try to enter again. I don't know, price just doesn't want to break this spot. I'm gonna wait for the 144 to close, which it did right there. Place my stop above this high. $41. Now I just gotta be a little patient. All right, there's some sort of pattern kind of going on. Let's see what happens. If it goes above here, I probably wouldn't feel as confident, to be honest. I would like to see a breakdown. If we can break down, it will definitely break down. I might move my target a little bit, but let me see. Unless this is a potential fake out. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we might actually bounce up here. I'm gonna try to maybe take out at break even. Yeah, I'm not liking this. We're at the 233, you're kind of bouncing around it, so it's not really wanting to flush. So yeah, I might try to exit at break even. Let's see. All right, let's move my stop to break even now. All right,
Order filled.
good. Let's see what else is other opportunities. We are down a little bit, but it's nothing to really worry about. I just got spooked out of my first position right around, where was it? I think I entered, I don't even remember where I entered. Right here? Yeah, I got spooked out right here. I knew my 10 points was going to hit, though. Definitely should have stayed in there. But then I re-entered down here, pretty much where I would have gotten my take profit originally, but I got spooked. I gotta trust my system, trust my play. Let's see what's happening with the volume profile. So it's rejecting this area nicely. Yeah, I think it's going to come back down to this point of control, the pre-market point of control around 23,780. So ideally, that's what would happen. I feel like that tends to happen as well. Let's see, we are kind of coming into this old supply zone, which turned into a demand zone down here. And we're also in the 50% area as well. Oh, yeah. I might go in for a long. But we'd have to close above here. It's not looking too strong yet. Too much in my favor yet. Gonna wait, gonna be patient for a decent opportunity. We don't have any data that's being released, so that is good. I would like to see a decent close above here. Yeah, I think I might enter long here. Yeah.
Order submitted.
Stop below here. Oh. Nice.
Target filled.
Nice. Okay. Let's see if we can get one more opportunity somewhere in here. Okay, so far we entered 3 times. First one was a little bit of an L. The other 2 were dubs. First one I got spooked out of. But let's see what else kind of happens around this area. Yeah, we're also kind of nearing like these recent highs up here. So we just need another 200 points and kind of take out these highs. I'm not sure if these highs are actually all-time highs. Yeah, it's given that these are all-time highs right up here. So definitely got to be careful in that area for sure. All right, now we're kind of coming into another 50% area on the 233. Let's see what happens. What is happening, my friend? Yeah, 144 is starting to reject a little bit, but it's got like decent buying pressure. I would like to maybe see price retrace a little bit more before pushing up, if we do push up. Because if we do push up, then my next area of interest would be at around 960. Yeah, so what I'm kind of looking for is to see if this 144 candle that's forming right now, if it can close like somewhere up here with this bullish momentum, because it's kind of bouncing off the EMAs right now. And if we look at the 233R, which has those two 144 candles in it, this one has some decent buying pressure in it, but we just have to see if it's able to hold. Because also, if you look at the previous candle, this one, it's a down close with positive delta, so it's signaling a potential reversal, but we just kind of got to see what the market gives to us. So yeah, you can see that now we are retracing back into this area. We're rejecting the supply zone. And I didn't see any good entry on the 55 or 34 when it came to this 50% area. I mean, yeah, definitely what you could have done is like, first, I guess order block kind of formed here, retrace back into it. Second one's formed touching into it. So that could also be like a good signal to kind of just go in for a quick short. Okay, now we're somewhat bouncing off this area. Let's see what kind of happens here. I would like a tiny bit of a pullback here. Oh, wow, actually, I probably could have gotten in already. We did get a tiny pullback, but we're kind of also in 50% region for the 144 in the supply zone area. So it's rejecting. Then up over here, it kind of rejected or bounced off the 50% area, off another 144 range candle bar. So we just have to be patient to see what is going to happen. But I'm kind of feeling like more long scenario as of right now. Just gotta be patient and see what happens. Oh, yeah. I'd like for a close above here. Okay, we didn't get that close yet. Yeah, if we go below this low, then my long idea is gonna be gone. It's kind of retraced a little bit too much for my liking. I might, if price respects this right here, I might go short. Nope, didn't respect at all. I'm still, overall, I would say more bullish right now, just because the way the market's been moving. Didn't break this high, so we still got to respect this pullback right here. Yeah, it seems like price may want to start pumping now. But I wanted to price to kind of retrace back a little bit before I entered. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about going long into actually the supply zone. I might go for a quick snipe. Yeah, if we can close, if this candle can be an up close, then I'll enter. Yeah.
Order submitted.
Let's see. All right, break even.
Order filled.
Let's see if I can get that filled. Very close. There it is.
Filled.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done for the day. So the reason why I entered that trade right there is we, on the 233, we kind of retraced into this 50% level. And at that 50% level, the low occurred here. We had a good pullback. Actually, let me go into the 55 range. So on the 55, we had a good pullback into here. This is a potential reversal signal to me right here. The bullish or bearish candle followed by the bullish candle. It signals that there's potential reversal, so just look for that. Oh, it's a good thing I got out when I did, honestly, because look, now it's just starting to retrace. But yeah, also I had to be very cautious about this supply zone area because it's a tricky one for sure. It's kind of like what happened yesterday morning as well. It was price was kind of going in between these two different demand and supply zones. not being extremely clear. But going back to the 233R, we retraced into this 50% area. Then we had a good pullback into it. And what I'm looking for is a pullback into it. Then we make another tiny high, another tiny retracement without breaking this low. And we need a close above this high. And it does close. This high was at 86.5. This high right here was at 865.25. So it technically did close above it, but it's a little too, I guess, sus. So I need to wait for price to confirm that it's going to be going in that direction. And the way I do that is I just wait for price to kind of retrace into here and touch here. And once there's a up close candle, I will enter and just kind of place my stop below, which is kind of what I did right here. So here is the original pullback into the 50% retracement zone. Let me actually change my thing to this. Okay. This might be a little bit easier to, I guess, understand or to really see the differences. So we had a little bit of a pullback here, made a high, made a low, broke that high, this high right here, without breaking this low down here, but did not respect this low at all and this high. It made a new low down here, and then we went up, we broke this high that was recently created, and you can see that once we first touch this area, we kind of do go up a little bit. So as soon as we get that first up close candle, just enter, and then just aim for your quick base points. Stop can be either below here. Definitely for safety, stop is below here. But in terms of risk to reward, stop should be definitely down here. As you can see, I got in a little bit late. My fill was a little bit late, but we still ended up with the dub of the quick base points. Also, remember, just quick base points is honestly all you need, to be honest. Like, you don't need to be looking for these 100-point plays, because that's just, it doesn't happen all the time. Like, it's very once in a while kind of situation. All right, so that was the last trade I did. Let's look back at where I entered originally. So I entered here. I entered in this area, shorts, and the reason why I entered shorts is on the 144, we retraced into the 144 area, and you can see we had a pullback. Oh, this is a 55. Let me go into the 34. So with the 34, I like to pair that with the 144, and then the 55, I like to pair it with the 233. So you can see that on the 34, we had a good pullback or retracement into this 50% level on the 144. We kind of pushed down, we came back up, and then we push back down. So you gotta wait till price comes back into this, touches back into this area, and respect it. But you can see it did not respect it at all. So what do? Instead is we wait for another opportunity that occurred here to occur over here. And you can see that it occurred right here. So close below, touch, enter right down here. So that's how I should have entered and how it should have been, but I just wasn't on my computer at the moment. I went to the bathroom real quick. So if I entered, say, around 56.50, I would have just got filled out right here. Honestly, I probably would have gotten stopped out at break even, to be honest. Yeah, definitely would have gotten stopped out at break even. But that's pretty much what I saw And then I kind of was like, okay, let me wait for the 144 range bar to close, but it had already closed somewhere down here. And then I told myself, okay, I'm gonna wait for a retracement back into the 50% level. So I waited for the retracement back into the 50% level, which was right here. And you can see we got a pull back into this area. Did not break this high. It was fairly close though. You see price respects this demand zone in here, this tiny demand zone, comes down, and by the time I came back to my computer, it was like already in this area, so I kind of missed the, I guess, original opportunity where I would have gotten stopped out at break even. But then I just told myself, okay, let me wait for the 144 candle to close. And I entered prematurely because I just liked the way price was moving. So I did enter prematurely before the candle actually closed. The candle closed like somewhere down here. So then I saw price kind of retrace up, and I just didn't like that. So I closed out for a 20-point loss, which is, it's okay, because we made the loss back up. So as long as you are able to follow your trading plan consistently and don't deviate from it, you will be profitable no matter what. Just keep doing what you're doing and do not look at other fancy strategies on YouTube or whatever. You just gotta keep it simple, stupid. That's it. So yeah, so I waited for the 144 candle to close, which was around here. That's why I entered again here, and I put my stop above this high because that's where the 144 range ends, and the 144 range is about like 36 points, so the risk to reward would have been like about 1 to 3.5. But as always, as soon as I'm like within 5 points, so over here, within 5 points of profit, I just bring my stop loss to break even no matter what. And luckily I was able to get, filled out right here, which was a good spot to get filled out, I would say, because price just wanted to kind of come back into the supply zone. And then I re-entered here. Is that the last trade I took? Yeah. No. So I re-entered here. Let's see. Oh, not copy, remove. I'm just checking something as to why I re-entered there. Okay, let's see this. No. Why did I re-enter there? What did I see? I don't know, I might have to look back at the footage to kind of understand why I entered long here. I mean, it was a great spot to go long as well. Oh. Is this why? Okay, yeah. Yep, okay. So the reason why I entered at this spot right here is if we go into 55, where is it? Right here. So if we go into 55, we have a retracement into the 50% level down here, a little bit of pullback, then bounce up. So same thing again as what I've just been preaching this whole time, is pullback, made a new high, made a new low, was able to break this high. Then we want to see price come back into this zone and be an up close right here. I think I was also waiting for like the 34 range to close above the order or the demand zone area. I'm just gonna call it an order block because it's just easy like that. So the order block area, and I think it did right here. So then I just entered for my quick snipe. Stop loss would be down here, but I probably put it down here, honestly. But stop loss could be also be right here. And, you know, price just kind of goes. At least another 20 points. I've noticed with the 55 range, I could definitely aim for 20 points. Like 15, 20 points. Honestly, no, actually 20 points. Scratch that, 20 points, yeah. Then with the 34 range, 15 points at max, honestly. But I just like to do 10 points because I've noticed whenever I try to, you know, just move my profit target a little bit more, trade does not want to go in my favor. So we have these strict profit target areas. So yeah, once price was able to close above here once price retraced back into this area and this candle closed right here, I entered. It was also nice because since this candle has negative delta, it signals a potential reversal. So you can see that instead of continuing going down, price wanted to go up, which it did well. And then the last entry was here. The reason for this entry, I believe, was on the 233 as well. Yeah. So on the 233, we can see that we had a nice retracement back into the 50% area. It did not break this low until here, but we entered before it broke the low. So it respected this low, price went up, made a new high, made a new low, was able to close above this high. I think this was also the trade I also just recapped earlier, like the very first trade, but we're just going to review it again anyways. So, because reviewing your trades, very good, extremely good. Backtesting, good. This is like kind of like backtesting, but not really. But it's just reviewing your trade to make sure you truly can grasp the strategy you have. So made a new high, made a new low, broke above this high, but did not respect this low. And you can see that once it retraced back into this order block that was formed, you can see that there was no up close candle formed until here. So it broke this low, made a new low, but respecting the old original low, broke above this high. Once we kind of come into this order block area, you can see that as soon as we kind of get a nice touch in there, price goes up and this candle closed, so you can just enter right away. My fill was definitely a little bit later, but you can enter right away. And if you did enter, we're able to enter like with a decent fill. Say you got it filled in at even like 75. Price went up to 93. So that's almost 20 points. If you got the perfect fill, which would be at like 73, that would have been right at 20 points. But that perfect fill is like not really ideal. Or not that it's ideal. It is ideal, but it's not realistic. So that was the last entry I kind of took. Let's see if there was any other opportunities that arose. So right now we're just looking at the 144 retracement. Retraces into this, but it broke down this low before it was able to kind of have some sort of a pullback in here. So nothing on that 144. What about this 144? No. Nothing there. And then let's go on the 233. So if we go on the 55. Okay, so here would have been good as well. So you can see we retraced into this 233 50% level. On the 55, price went up. Price came down, made a new high, then made a new low, made a new high, price came down, respected this low, broke down below it, did not go above this high, and when price kind of came back up, you can see that it was respected. There was a down close candle right here. So you could definitely enter, if you say you enter at, well, I don't know, maybe 37. Let's see, where's 27? You would have been able to get filled out right here. But even if we didn't get filled out, stop would have been above here, so you still would have been able to been profitable. But if I were to enter this trade at, say I got in at 37, this low right here is at 30, I would have gone stopped out at break even. If I was quick enough. Yeah, right here I would have gone stopped out at break even because 37, this low is at like 30. That's already above more than 5 points. So I definitely would have just put my stop to break even. But what I told you, we were gonna go back to this point of control, the pre-market point of control. I've noticed that's what tends to happen is that before market open, if the point of control for the pre-market is down here like it was this morning, let me get rid of this, was down here like it was this morning, and price is already up here, there is a strong tendency, from what I've noticed, for price to retrace back into that pre-market point of control. A very strong tendency. And as you can see, it retraced back into it. So my hypothesis would pretty much be right at market open. Kind of comes up. I've noticed that point of control is way down, pre-market point of control way down. Usually pre-market point of control is like on par with price at market open, but today it was not. So price was up here. My hypothesis was that price was going to come back down, and then once it kind of touches this area, I believe that it'll bounce back up to here to 23,843, this area. That is if this point of control does not change. So that's what my hypothesis would be. But, it could always be wrong. It could just, definitely just shoot straight down. But, yeah. So that's the trading day today. We do not need to enter any more trades. We're already at our profit, for the day. No need to try to get rid of it or overtrade. And I'm telling you, just hitting those base points is all we need. It's really all we need, to be honest. So have a good one, guys.